And welcome back to RaithTV, a home game for a change, but it's the usual dull output from Raith Rovers. Turn up, play a game, head up the road, 3 points.
Yeah, another incredible game. Football, I thought it was a brilliant game. Two really good teams, especially the second half. I know it's easy to see with the goals, but it was end to end. It was a wee bit stretched, probably from my point of view and Chris's point of view, not ideal, because we want to be a bit more compact and a bit more savvy with our game knowledge. But in terms of entertainment, fantastic. I think it shows how good this league is and how good it can be and how good Scottish football can be as well, actually. So delighted it was live on television, delighted we had a really good crowd in, and obviously the result goes our way.
Where do you start in your analysis of it? I mean, I watched you in the touchline, and you are a manager who lives every moment in vivid technicolor, but tonight more than any other game that I've seen you, you're so engaged in that game. How do you start analysing it?
Yeah, it's not too hard. I think you get a feel for the game in the touchline, sometimes different from being in the stands, and certainly different from watching it on the television. I felt first 5 minutes Partick Thistle caused us a couple of problems with a good opportunity with the header, but I felt after that in the first half we kind of controlled it and dominated it to an extent. I was always worried that we hadn't taken our chances, because at 1-0 anything can happen. I tried to drill hope with the boys at half time the importance of the second goal, and if we get the second goal then we can stay calm and go and enjoy the game, and we get the second goal. In hindsight, which is a wonderful thing, probably got it just that wee bit too early. We then went sloppy. It started with a poor pass in the middle of the park, and that just gave, I know it's a small moment in a game and a small thing in a game, but it changed the momentum of the game because they get a free kick from it and then they score, which gives them a chance, and they've got loads of time left. At that point it calmed down a wee bit for us, and then they score again. A penalty, which probably was a penalty, they probably should have had one before that as well. 2-2, and then you're trying to take positives from it, saying, well, we're still in this game, long way to go, and then it goes 3-2, and you think, here we go. I've seen it a million times, you're 2-0 up, and suddenly, blink of an eye, 3-2. I felt we got the third goal at the perfect time, because I'd just turned to staff literally a minute before and says we're now back in the game because we're starting to pass the ball again, we've lost our rhythm, and Smithy scores a wonderful goal. And then the last goal for me, and not because it's a winner, by far for me the best goal, because we showed an incredible appetite, not just physical awareness or mental awareness, and the players deserve so much credit for that. A quick free kick down the side, Callum Smith in a pressure moment pulls a lovely ball back for a wonderful finish from Sam. So I think over the piece we deserve to win the game, but there's a case for Partick Thistle. They scored 3 goals away from home and they go away with nothing.
You mentioned about the fourth goal and the kind of foresight of thought. I wanted to come back to the third goal, because it's a 7th, I think, for Callum Smith this season. Tell me about the improvement that he's made. Raith Rovers supporters have seen Callum through all of the clubs that he's played for. We were really pleased when he signed, but I think the kind of discussion round about Kirkcaldy is we've got more than we bargained for. Do you see that? Yeah,
obviously I've worked with Callum now. This is my third time with Callum. I've had him twice at Airdrie and then brought him here, and he wasn't always playing for Airdrie last season for whatever reason, and that's not my business at all. I've always seen a really, really fit, hungry young guy. Technically he had to go and work on it. He went up to the Championship for a while with Hamilton, and then in the Premier League I think with Hamilton as well, maybe a bit early, and sometimes it's just not the right time for players. I was saying off camera, David, I've had Callum at Airdrie, I think he was 16-18 games without a goal as a striker, never dropped him once, because his work rate was phenomenal. And when you've got that work ethic in you as a person, you don't lose it. We can always go away and work on other things, and I thought his decision, not just his goal that he scores a wonderful strike at the front post, but his decision for the fourth goal was something that makes me really happy, because I'm not sure that would have happened 2 to 3 years ago, but he's came on and had a tremendous impact, and he's obviously disappointed he's not played last week, and he's not played this week, but he gets on with it, and that's as a manager, that's all you can ask, and it's worth its weight in gold.
You can have as many players and as much quality in the bench as people talk about around the streets, but it's all about what impact they make on the pitch. You're getting it right with the subs, but there's this kind of duality of you need to make the decisions yourself and Mickey, but the boys need to deliver when they come on, and another really high impact effect from the sidelines today. Yeah,
again, I can only ask the players to do it. I can't make them do it. They have to go and be the ones that take the bull by the horns, if you like, and show their quality and show their willingness. And they're doing it every week. It's me and Mickey we make decisions. That's it. We make decisions. Sometimes that's the easy part. Sometimes it's the hard part. To go and actually do it in pressure moments on a Friday night, for example, tonight, pouring with rain, and you're 3-2 down, you could feel sorry for yourself and think, oh, you know, what have we done? We're cruising in the game. It's amazing, the attitude and the temperament of the players. I think when we got that fourth goal, it was just credit and a compliment to the players. I didn't think they were going to score again. I know they had a few wee things going on in the box, but nothing major. I actually felt we might score another one, and we nearly did with Aidan's one off the post, which would have made my life the last 5 minutes a lot more easy. But I can't compliment the boys enough. But they know as well as I do, it's feet on the ground still. We got a very, very tough venue on Wednesday night, and we try and win the game.
I've been doing this for kind of 16, 17 years and seen some great squads through the club. One of the things that really stands out for me is this is a really humble bunch that you've got as well. There's a great kind of personality amongst them. There's a great willingness to engage with the supporters. Is that something that you're aware of, that you see, that you're in touch with? Yeah,
definitely. I think you described them very well there. We've got good quality, we've got good players, but we know, as I said to you earlier, that take that one as a warning as well. Yeah. You're 2-0 up, cruising, blink of an eye, 3-2 down. That's what can happen in football if you get quality and demands go down the way and you think you're better than you are. It'll come back and get you. I can guarantee that. I've seen it a million times. So we stay humble. We stay, we always go look back and reflect. And we give respect to every single team and every single player that we play, because one day it might be our turn to feel how Partick Thistle feel tonight.
Difficult conditions tonight here at Starks Park in our own environment. It's going to be more challenging, I would assume, up at Arbroath with the weather forecast that's there. In some ways the best place to go, in some place the worst way to go. Supporters panic about the trap door of, we'll be feeling that there's an element of work done. How do you make sure there's no complacency?
I think when you look around our squad, which was really good tonight on the bench, more than anything else, we can freshen up. We've got boys that are hungry. You know, Jamie Gullen scores a winner last week and he gets about 3 or 4 minutes tonight, which is just really unfortunate because of the way the game went, and Hammer, rightly so, will probably feel aggrieved at that, and I wouldn't blame him for it. But he's firmly in our thoughts, like every other player. You know, Aidan Conley has been working his socks off for us, just back from a longish term injury as well. And we just felt tonight was maybe a game to rest him, give him that wee bit of time, with one eye possibly towards Wednesday evening. But we've got boys in there who are just going to the well every single week for us at the moment, every single game, pushing each other, which is really, really important in football, trying to stay in the team.
These 2 games over the Tay Bridge are absolutely mouth-watering, aren't they?
Absolutely. You know, we know no matter what happens, if we can go up to Arbroath on Wednesday evening and win the game, we've got Tannadice top of the league, and things change a little bit. We're no longer at a good start stage of the season. We're far from that. We're now in the middle bit of the season, where gaps are appearing, places are starting to get themselves sorted out, and we are still, I'm not just saying, we are still looking to get in that playoff position as quick as we can, and then we'll focus on the rest.
I was conscious, I was waiting for you to introduce that one off, because normally it's about the gap between 5th, but maybe we're looking at the gap between 4th and maybe even 3rd, but not in any way getting complacent.
Yeah, we're still looking at 5th. Once we eliminate 5th, then we'll look at 4th, and then we'll try and eliminate the 3rd place, and then we'll see where we are. You know, 8, 9, 10 games to go. There's no doubt we're delighted to be top of the league tonight. That can change very quickly tomorrow afternoon, but that's out of our hands. We concentrate on ourselves. We give Arbroath the full respect that they deserve, because they showed last season how hard those games were, not just on Starks Park but up at Arbroath as well. They're going to be a well-drilled team with a new manager looking to impress them. We have to be prepared physically, and we have to be prepared mentally. We also have to be prepared that if we do take a hit along the way, we recover from it really, really quickly.
Do you know how many kids in that South Stand are asking Santa for a boring 2-0 win?
I'm the same. I would bite your hand off at 2 more 2-0 wins before Christmas.
Great place to be, isn't it?
Brilliant.